Speaking of queer coded, let's talk about X-Men.
Hey, that's a good transition.
So X-Men 97. So this show finished a couple weeks ago, I think. I didn't have the chance to watch it until this week.
You just weren't interested in it. Like,
let's
be real. You don't really like X-Men.
That's true. I was going to say that at the top. Like when those movies came out, I saw them, but because my friends wanted to see them, I've never cared that much about X-Men.
That's fine.
That being said, I had a good time watching it. Yeah. I thought it was great. I thought if we were like to off the top of my head, that main theme slaps.
Yeah,
like it's really, really good. I think the animation is good.
They put so much work into the things they didn't. They changed the title sequence for every single episode. Yeah, did you notice?
Yes, I did. To include different characters.
Yeah, include different characters and show different sequences depending on how the plot has progressed.
Yeah, I like how we might get in a little bit of spoilers. Mm-hmm. I like how they lampshade, like in the final 2 episodes, the fact that everyone can fly, except for Jubilee.
Yeah, and
she's like, "Why is it everyone can fly?" And then like Sunspot or whoever is like, "Oh, by the way, I can fly too." I thought that was pretty hilarious. I find myself attracted to Nightcrawler, and I can't explain why. And I'm not sure if that makes me a furry because he has a tail.
I don't think so. I mean,
furries, let me know.
Furries are generally more explicitly animalistic, and he's like some weird demon thing.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about it. Dude.
I would not consider Nightcrawler furry, but I'm not a member of that community.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'm very ignorant toward it. But also found myself extremely attracted to Gambit.
Okay. Yeah.
Who they found every opportunity to have him either in like a
crop top
or just entirely shirtless. And I was like, I see you're going after me.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
And I know a bunch of my fellow gays too who were really, really into older man Magneto.
Okay, yeah.
Which I wasn't necessarily super into, but like I get it. The dudes were like really buff. So the story is a continuation of the shit that happened
in the old show.
Yeah. So like I think at the end of that show, Xavier dies, right?
Well, he is shot and taken to space to have some space medicine done on him.
Right. That's one of the things I would put in the things I don't necessarily like about the show in general. And the complaint I have here is about an element that exists to make it easier for kids to watch. And I totally get that. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking at this through, I'm not critiquing it through this is an adult show kind of thing. But every time, with one exception, every time someone died or lost their powers, it never stuck, which is the nature of comic books.
Yeah.
Right. I think Gambit dies and I think stays dead.
Yes.
Right.
So far, if you can read the lines on the wall for season 2,
if you can read Magneto's headbands coming out. Yeah. So like Storm loses her stormy powers.
I don't think this is a kids show issue because I don't think this is a kids show at all. I think it's a comics issue.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I meant.
I think this is a show explicitly for the adults who were kids when the first show was on TV.
Yeah, I get it. And that was my major gripe. Was that it's like the same like when everyone's like, oh, Mace Windu can come back, or Cad Bane is going to come back because there was a blinky light on his
death has to mean something, or else it doesn't mean anything.
Every time something like that happened, like they do a 9/11 on Genosha. Genovia is the country, the fictional country from Princess Diaries.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is why I thought that. They did a 9/11,
mm-hmm.
and
one of my favorite episodes of the whole
season. It is really, really good, and it has a great emotional impact.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the fact that none of the people that really died in it actually died.
Gambit died.
Did he? I mean, Magneto apparently died as well, and didn't.
I don't think Magneto ever actually died.
I thought they all thought he was dead.
They thought he was dead.
I thought we were supposed to think he was dead.
You were supposed to think he was dead,
right?
But he never actually died.
I know, that's the point I'm making, is that we were made to believe it, and I was like, I don't believe it.
Yes, and yeah, that is a definite issue.
I love how Nightcrawler, because of what he is, he's the one that proceeds over the funeral
Mhm.
because he's the demon guy or whatever.
Well,
he's the religious guy.
He is. I believe he's an ordained priest.
Oh, is he actually? I thought.
think so,
Okay, yeah. So that's the thing is, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge about.
Yeah, he is a devout Catholic.
Oh, okay.
In just about every incarnation of that character.
Boo. I don't love that. He's got some major twink energy, though.
Yeah.
He should stay away from priests.
The other episode I really, really liked was number 2, Magneto at the UN.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for everything that happens after Storm gets shot.
Yeah.
He pulls him up into orbit, says, I could kill every single one of you, but I'm trying real good to be good for my buddy Xavier.
Yes. And also I'd mess up this fucking luscious hair that I have. What was the other thing I was going to mention too? The one thing that attacks Storm when she's like trying to reconnect with her powers.
The evil demon thing
with the head that turns all the way around, and that was really creepy. That kind of freaked me out. I thought it was interesting that like in Charles Xavier's last will and testament, he's like, "Oh, the X-Men belong to Magneto now." Everyone's like, "Why? That does not make sense." And he's like, "Well, you know what? I guess we'll make the best of it."
The two of them, in again almost every incarnation, have this really weird relationship where they were friends for a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, they're Dumbledore. What's his name? Coded, right?
Yeah, or more explicitly, MLK and Malcolm X.
Okay, I was just thinking like there are a couple. They have to be a couple in some like
maybe
they certainly act like it.
I can see it.
I don't have big fights with my partner over whether or not to destroy the whole world, but you know.
Yeah.
And so like I thought that was pretty goofy. And it seemed like he actually made an honest stab at being like an okay guy.
He tried.
Yeah. I like how he reaches his breaking point and he's like, nope.
Yep,
no more.
We have tried the good guy thing. I'm going back to being Magneto now.
I choose violence. Yeah. But all in all, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So if you've not seen it yet, go and check it out.